Epic Showdown. Raducanu versus Naomi Osaka. The must-see clash of 2026. Raducanu, Naomi Osaka set to clash in first week of 2026. Raducanu and Naomi Osaka will very likely face each other in their very first tournament of the 2026 season after Great Britain and Japan landed in the same United Cup group. In late October, the 2021 U.S. Open champion was officially confirmed to make her United Cup debut between January 2nd to 11th. A couple of days ago, the organizers of the team event also announced that Japan would compete in the tournament for the first time, and that they would be led by Osaka. At the start of this week, the United Cup released groups for the 2026 season. In Group E, Great Britain, Greece, and Japan were drawn. Since Raducanu and Osaka are the two top-ranked female tennis players from their respective countries, it is highly likely that they will meet in the opening week of the new season. How many times Raducanu and Osaka have played against each? The 23-year-old Briton and 28-year-old Osaka have clashed only once against each other. It came this past summer when the Briton beat the Japanese 6-4, 6-2 in the round of 16 of the WTA 500 tournament in Washington. Meanwhile, here is what the British tennis star said after signing up to play at the United Cup in January. "I'm honored to be able to make my United Cup debut in January. Being able to play for Team GB with my teammates is a unique opportunity and week to enjoy. It's great to be able to experience a new format on the tour, represent my country, and spend a couple extra weeks in Australia," the 2021 U.S. Open champion said in a statement. It remains to be seen if Raducanu and Osaka will meet for the second time at the United Cup. A collision of titans. Raducanu versus Osaka. The dawn of 2026. Prologue. Echoes from Washington. It had already happened once. In July 2025, at the Mubadala City DC Open, Raducanu and Naomi Osaka met for the very first time. The match carried more weight than just another WTA clash. It was a meeting of two Grand Slam champions, two former U.S. Open winners, from different eras, but with intertwined destinies. In that match, Raducanu played with steely resolve, breaking Osaka's serve multiple times and closing out the match 6-4, 6-2. NBC Sports +2 Women's Tennis Association +2. That victory was not just a win. It marked a turning point for Raducanu. She regained a British #1 ranking. The standard, meanwhile, for Osaka, a four-time Grand Slam champion. It was a reminder of how volatile form can be, especially on the hard courts she once dominated. Sky Sports +1. But what if that was only the beginning of their story? What if fate brings them back together, not as a one-off, but as a marquee match that could define a new chapter in both careers? Let us imagine that in the first week of 2026, those two pillars of modern women's tennis are scheduled to clash once more, and that this time, everything is on the line. Act 1. Setting the stage. New year, new stakes, a season on the rise. As 2026 begins, Raducanu returns after a brief off-season break. The previous year saw her regain momentum, steady wins, important progress, and that breakthrough in Washington against Osaka. She enters the new campaign with fresh confidence, but also a hunger. She knows that to truly re-establish herself among the elite, she needs more than sporadic brilliance. On the other side, Naomi Osaka is not content to be remembered only for her past glories. The four-time Grand Slam champion has had her share of ups and downs. Injuries, time away, personal changes, all have shaped her recent seasons. But Osaka is no stranger to comebacks. She has the fire, the power, and the name recognition. If she is to remind the world of her greatness, early 2026 could be her window. The tournament, a rising spotlight. Imagine that their match is scheduled in the first week of 2026 at a high-profile lead-up event to the Australian Open, perhaps a WTA 500 or 1000 level tournament in Australia, a place of new beginnings, sunshine, and high expectations. The tournament has promoted the clash aggressively. Former U.S. Open champions collide, reads the marquee, broadcasting on global platforms. For fans, this is more than a match, it's a narrative. Youth versus experience, resurgence versus legacy. The tennis world is watching. Media pundits question, Can Raducanu build on her 2025 form? Will Osaka prove that she still belongs at the top? Social media buzzes with speculation. Rematch of DC, but different stakes. People tweet. Bookmakers open lines. Sponsors lean in. The courts are electric even before a ball is struck. Act 2. The personal tapestry. Inside their minds, Emma Raducanu, a new chapter. Raducanu walks into the arena carrying both hope and pressure. She is deeply aware that she is no longer just the breakout teenager who shocked the world in 2021. She is now a contender with expectations. Her team has worked tirelessly on her fitness, her serve, and her mental strength. In private, she revisits her match in Washington. How she neutralized Osaka's powerful shots. How she maintained her composure under pressure. She knows Osaka will be better prepared this time. But Emma also knows she has grown. Her second serve is more aggressive, her footwork sharper, and her tactical awareness more mature. She tells her coach at a practice session, "I want to make this match mean something more than just a win. I want to show I can beat the greats, not just once, but consistently." Naomi Osaka, redemption in her grips. For Osaka, this match is a crossroads. She sees Raducanu's rise not with jealousy, but with a competitive fire. She respects Emma's journey, the grit, the breakthrough, the fight. But she also feels the burden of legacy. She's won Grand Slams, held number 1, and inspired a generation. But has she closed a chapter on her own destiny? During her preparation, she revisits old strategies. How to mix power and patience, when to take the ball early, and how to exploit angles. She's done media appearances, spoken about her goals, not just to play, but to win. She knows that beating Raducanu again, in a meaningful early season match, would be a statement, not just to her fans, but to herself. In her mind, this is not just revenge, it's resurgence. Act 3. The match. Drama unfolds first set. A battle of brains and power. The first set kicks off under bright stadium lights. Raducanu serves first. She begins with a few nervous double faults, but recovers, using her forehand to take control of baseline exchanges. Osaka responds with deep, thunderous ground strokes, pushing Emma back, but Emma's return game is strong. She breaks early. Osaka, angry but composed, raises her level. She starts to step in, hitting flatter, sharper drives. She holds her serve, and the first set becomes a tug of war. Emma's variety, slices, drops, deep driving, disrupts Osaka's rhythm. But Osaka's raw power still looms. As the set nears a conclusion, Raducanu breaks again, converting on a second serve that she crushes with her forehand. She closes it out 6-4. The crowd roars. For Emma, it's validation. She's not just here, she's leading. Second set, momentum, doubt, resolve. Osaka comes back with a vengeance. Her serve becomes more consistent, more aggressive. She hits aces, dictates rallies, and forces Emma into long defensive.